You can make money by learning how to speak, communicate, persuade.
Anybody can get in sales. Step one is to...
It took for me to be sitting in jail for me to realize I actually put myself in this position. Isn't it just as easy that if I'm the reason I'm here, I can also be the reason why I get rich?
How much you make last year? You said earlier, fitness is where you kind of got out of your situation. Let's talk about your situation, dude.
It was the gateway for me, bro, because I honestly, and I didn't realize that this is what was happening, but I just didn't fucking believe in myself, right? So the self-sabotage for me was just whatever. Everybody that I know went through this, in and out of jail, selling drugs, popping pills, getting high. I guess that's just what I'm meant to do as well, you know? So through fitness is how I started to build a little confidence, little by little, you know, because I'm keeping a promise to myself. I said I was going to go.
Do you think it was confidence or do you think it was self-worth?
It turned into self-worth. 100% it turned into self-worth. But that's why we started what we started with Salvaje, because I don't want somebody to have to be sitting in jail wondering if their life is about to be fucking over for them to wake up the way I did. Right. So that's why we're here, to spread the message that, bro, you don't have to go through that same bullshit to wake up and realize you have to change your self-worth. Believe that it's fucking possible for you, because you can't accomplish something that in the back of your mind you don't fucking believe. Right. How are you ever going to do it if you don't believe it? So that's what it's all about. Yeah. Well, I was never lucky. So.
Well, I've always been lucky, thankfully. And are you lucky now?
Create my luck now.
Yeah, but are you lucky? You think?
I'm super blessed, bro.
See what happened, dude?
Yeah.
You just said I wasn't lucky before. You were lucky before. You didn't think you were lucky.
What was the law of attraction? Because I believed I wasn't lucky. I wasn't fucking lucky.
That's right. And that's how it works. And I like when you hear pessimistic people, you start talking about shit like this. Guess what they say? Oh man, what are you going to have me do yoga next?
Yeah.
You know, they're down on it because again, it's the story they're telling themselves. So, and you weren't aware of it while you were going through it, which is why when we talk about it, a lot of people that are going through it are like, ah. So like, what would you say if someone was listening to this and they're basically thinking, yeah, whatever, dude?
Well, that's it. Again, why whatever? Why does it have to be whatever? It's again, the story that you tell yourself is really what it's going to be. And again, unfortunately, it took for me to be sitting in jail wondering if I was going to get deported or not for me to realize, holy fuck, I actually put myself in this position. I played the victim because that's fucking easier to do, but I'm the reason why I'm fucking here. So isn't it just as easy that if I'm the reason I'm here, I can also be the reason why I get rich, why I get clean.
That's right.
Why I give my kids a better life. You know, it can be me.
Yeah, but you're Latino, bro.
Bro, that's the same bullshit story I told myself, though. I'm an illegal immigrant. I don't even have a fucking social. To be honest with you, Brad, that was the best thing that happened to me because that's how I got into sales because I couldn't get a fucking job.
What'd you go into jail for?
Selling drugs, fucking just doing the stupid shit.
Did you sell to an undercover?
I did not. But, you know, people tell, people snitch, people get caught up and they don't want to be the ones to take the heat, you know, and I was an illegal immigrant. See, what happened is I was in and out of jail so much, bro. And I've always been blessed with the ability to speak, communicate, persuade, you know, so I could bullshit my way out of situations. So then I got to the point where I'm like, man, it's whatever. I'm in jail today. I'll be out tomorrow and I'll beat this shit in court. I don't even need a fucking attorney. I'm good at speaking. I'll do this shit myself. But then immigration got a hold of me. And I'll never forget that day, bro, because it was my birthday. I got locked up on my birthday, October 17th. I get locked up and I'm being cocky to the cop. Like, yeah, fuck this. I'll be out, whatever. I'm sitting in the fucking waiting area and they tell me I have a phone call. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I got a fucking phone call. Aren't I the one that calls out? Like, you got a phone call. I pick up the phone and they're like, hey, this is Officer John, whatever. His name was John. I remember that because my name is John. He's like, with immigration. And I just wanted to let you know, we're placing you on an ICE hold. At this moment, you will not be being released. And that's when I'm like, what? Like growing up, illegal immigrant, you hear La Migra? Oh shit, that's like the end of the fucking world, bro. That's scary.
What's La Migra?
La Migra is immigration. And I got immigration calling me. Now they know who I am. Right now they know that I'm not supposed to be in this country. Right. And once they placed me on an ice hold, bro, that's when everything changed, because that's when I realized, okay, this situation I'm not in control in. I don't know when the fuck I'm going to get out, or if I'm even going to get out. Am I going to get deported? Like, what's going to happen? Right in that moment, you don't know what's going on or what's going to happen. And I had kids, right? Like, my kids were already born. I had 2 kids at the time.
Born here?
Yes, born here. I had 2 kids at the time and 1 on the way. So I got 3 kids now that depend on me. I mean, they were supposed to depend on me, but they couldn't depend on me because I was just a fucking loser. But now if I get deported, and they're different baby mamas, by the way. So even if I could convince one of them to move to Mexico with me, I can't convince the other one too. And it would have been 3 baby mamas.
I thought you said you could close.
I could close.
Well, then how come?
Okay, I could have convinced all 3. But
no way. Dude, no way. Anybody like that, dude, they're the king closer. You talk 3 baby mamas to come down there with you together, dude, you're a closer.
I'm telling you, I probably could have, but it probably would have been a pretty dramatic situation to be living with 3 baby mamas, right?
Yeah.
The point is I knew I'm not going to be in my kids' lives now, bro, if I get deported. It's just not going to fucking happen.
Are the baby's mamas American?
They are, yes.
You could have married one.
You're right. And I could have done that, but I never did, right? And now I'm locked up. Now I kind of got no choice. So what happens when you're in that situation, once immigration feels the fuck like they want to go talk to you, they finally go talk to you. And I was in there for damn near 9 fucking months before.
No shit.
Yeah, bro, you could be on an ice hold for years. And this is when I started getting scared, because other people that were there on an ice hold are like, bro, yo ya llevo 2 años aquí, which is I've been here for 2 fucking years. I'm like, what? So every day I thought about signing my own voluntary departure.
I would have.
Bro, trust me.
Is that an option?
It is an option.
Dude,
and
I'd have done that day too.
Trust me, bro.
Hey, and by the way, I probably would have just thought to myself, dude, I'll just come back in. Fool, your borders are wide open.
My brother had been deported already, and he hadn't been able to come back in.
Why?
Right? I don't know. This was 8 years ago.
Dude, you know there's no fence.
Now, maybe now it's easier, but back then, bro, I have a guy that works for me now. He tried to cross the border. Unfortunately, he did it through Texas. They caught him. He did a year in prison for this shit. So I'm like, I'm not going to fucking
When
do
was that?
In Texas, bro. And this was just a couple years ago.
No, dude.
I swear, bro.
Biden was letting everybody in.
No, so it was before Biden. It was right before Biden.
Trump.
Yeah, it was Trump.
Yeah,
and
you don't fucking come in when Trump's running shit.
Texas happened to be the only place that would give you jail time for it.
Hey, I want to ask only because I'm naive to this.
Right.
Why not just come in legally?
I was a kid.
Okay, but like, why don't anybody, let alone the Mexicans, why don't they just come in legally?
Well, because it's not as easy as you think it would be. There is a process. And, okay, to be clear, my parents did come in legally. They just stayed a little longer than they were supposed to, right? But we came in legally. I came in legally. And plus, I'm a fucking kid. I got no choice.
Yeah, you just came along. But in my mind, I always wonder, because the whole border, I am for the border, but it's not because I'm prejudiced against Mexicans. Right. I'm freaking Latino. It's because I'm for the law. Like, there has to be law and order. But I'm also assuming all you do is just come through the front door. Why are you sneaking around the back?
Well, because that's not exactly how it works, right? You can come in on a tourist visa, which gives you up to 6 months, and then you got to get the fuck back out.
Yeah, well, guess what? That's what happens in Mexico and Italy and all these other countries.
Yeah.
So again, why does USA get so hated when we say put up the walls?
I don't know, bro. You'd have to. I don't see why they should be hated on, but I do see why people want to come to this country.
I went down to try to buy a beachfront property in Mexico. You know what they told me?
Fuck you.
Yeah, you got to be a Mexican citizen.
Yeah.
And then I had a buddy of mine that's down there that knows some people.
Yeah.
He said, I can make you a Mexican citizen. And I almost went for it. And then I was told, well, wait a minute. If you have dual citizenship, now you got all this other problem. I'm like, son of a bitch, dude. I just want to be, I just want some beachfront
on the beach. Yeah.
Stupid. But again, all countries have their rules. I don't know why America is always the one hated, because we just want to like come in through the front door. Now, with that being said, again, to me, if I came in through the front door and I'm a kid, obviously the kid ain't got nothing to do with it, and I overstayed my welcome.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I've done that in other countries too.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I was going home. I just stayed an extra couple days.
You stayed an extra couple days.
How long did you stay? An extra couple years?
An extra decade. An extra fucking decade, bro. To be honest, I didn't even know what the whole legal or illegal was until it came time to get a driver's license and shit like that. And like, you can't. What the fuck you mean I can't? Right? And so this is when I started becoming a victim to myself, right? Like,
could you vote?
I could not vote. I technically couldn't do shit. I didn't have a social security, so I couldn't get credit. I couldn't do nothing. And although at the time I was like, well, fuck, I'm never going to be successful because of this. That was actually the biggest blessing for me, because by the grace of God, bro, God had my back some way, somehow. Immigration gave me a shot, right? They gave me a shot. They let me fight my case outside of jail in the United States. Had to pay a fat ass fucking fee that we didn't have the money for. Shout out to my pops, because he sold his only pickup truck to get me out.
Good pops.
Oh, bro, my pops is amazing.
Dude, that's what's funny, dude, because that's what it's all about, dude.
Yeah.
It ain't about fucking borders. It's about revenue.
Right. That's all it is. It's all it fucking is.
I said the other day, and when I say the other day, could have been 10 years ago.
10 years ago the other day.
But I said the other day, like, and people all got butthurt by it. And I said, dude, if I were president and actually ran the country, I said, take Mexico, which pissed everybody off. But
Yeah.
what I meant was, like, I'd just merge with Mexico. Like, they all want to come in, let them in. Let us there, let them here. Let's just remove the border.
Yeah.
And all become North America.
Right.
And I'd go take Canada because they don't have an army. And everybody from Canada was MFing me, and everybody from Mexico is, I better not see you on the street.
Watching that.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I'm trying to merge us together, man. Y'all want to hate on me. All I'm saying is, can't we all get along?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more beautiful than Mexico
No.
up here in the United States. That's for sure. So, like, to me, it's like, dude, y'all want to come up here so bad. Cool. Come on up.
Come on up.
And then let us come on down. What's the problem?
I don't see it either.
I still do it. Like, if someone made me the president, I'd be like, look, Canada, remove the border.
Yeah.
Mexico, remove the border. We're now North America. Move the border down
Hell yeah.
and up.
Yeah.
We just expanded,
Yeah.
shut her down. And now let's all protect and build this.
Yeah.
And then everybody would want in there.
I agree. And I'm with you, but
And all the United States would merge down to Mexico.
shit.
And then everybody would come up from Mexico and be like, what? Ain't nobody here. Yeah, they're down there where you
We're
were.
in Mexico. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's really would help, right? Because if the economy is the same in Mexico as it is here, if the opportunities are the same, then fuck, I'm staying in the beach.
Well,
right?
dude, it's getting better down there.
It is getting
Dude,
better.
Cabo, you been to Cabo?
I have been. And now with what the internet is, bro, it don't fucking matter where you live. You can literally charge US dollars. And that's how, that's why we're here today now, because when my brother got deported, my other guy got deported, they still work for me down in Mexico, bro. And they get paid in fucking dollars because I pay them in dollars. So that's why, like, this new world we live in today has created this fucking amazing opportunity. And that's what I was getting at when I said, bro, like, all the bullshit that I went through in the past was really the biggest blessing for me, because when I got out of jail, I couldn't get a job. Only job I could get was commission only sales.
But that's the best one.
I know, but at the time I didn't know that because nobody in my family had done it. You hear the word sales, you think fucking mentiroso, sleazy, lying ass motherfucker. That's what everybody thinks. But I couldn't get another fucking job. I had to do this because
Is that what everybody thinks about sales?
Unfortunately, most people think that.
See, I've been walking around thinking I'm all freaking proud and shit.
Well, I believe you too, bro. I feel proud too. But for whatever reason, back in those days, and even today still, some people think sales, commission. But again, it's because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe they can succeed. Because if I told you, like you say, in the position to receive commission is the best way to come up in life without having to start a fucking business. But the reason why people don't do it is because they don't believe they're going to be successful at it. Because if you knew you were going to be successful and make commission, why the fuck wouldn't you do it? It makes no sense.
Well, let me just say that everyone that thinks like that,
Yeah.
they're already selling. They're just selling themselves short.
Yeah.
They're already selling. They're
Yeah.
just selling themselves that it's not a good thing. Like, dude, you could take that same skill, flip it around and sell yourself that, dude, it's better than limitation.
100%. 100%.
Dude, I learned it the hard way. I got a job in the forest industry.
Yeah. As a fighter.
Everybody said it was the best job ever, dude. That's the greatest job. It was the worst job ever, dude. It was bullshit. So that when I quit that, I went and got a job selling cars, and they gave me a car. I was making more money than everybody on that crew. I wasn't dirty. I wasn't freaking getting poison oak. Like, dude, I was like, this is like a no-brainer.
Yeah. Well, see, before I could work, I worked through all the temp agencies in Utah. Like, bro, name me a company in Utah. I probably worked at that motherfucker under the name Ricardo. Like, because I went through all the temp agencies. So now that I finally got my social,
why under the name Ricardo?
Because of the illegal alien situation, right?
I know, but what, Ricardos are allowed?
No, but somebody who let me use their social, a buddy of mine that let me use their social to work because it's through a temp agency, right? So I had already been through all those companies, so now I got to get into sales. And I remember the first day that I walked in, you know how they got the whiteboards and they write down everybody's volume for the week. There was this guy named Chad. I'll never forget, bro. Yeah, Chad was his name, Chad Huntsman. And right next to his name on the board, it said like 35,000 in revenue. And I know that they pay 20% commission. So I'm doing the math in my head thinking, what the fuck? This dude just made like 12 racks in a week?
Not if it was 35.
34, 6 racks, 6,000. 7,000, 3,500, right? Whatever. My math may have been fucked up. Well, then the volume was higher because I know it was 12,000 in commission.
Yeah,
so he must have been at 60 G's for the week. And that's
what were you guys selling?
Coaching services. We were selling coaching services, how to make money on eBay, stuff like that.
How long ago was that?
This was a long time ago. We're probably about 13, 14 years ago.
Isn't that crazy, dude? Like, I didn't even know there were coaches 13 years ago.
There was. And in fact, that's how I first started my entrepreneur journey, bro, because through that company, well, first it took me seeing that somebody was winning. And I'm thinking, holy fuck, nobody in my life has made that much money in a month, let alone a fucking week, right? So I started sitting next to Chad and listening to what he was saying. And, you know, something God's always blessed me with is conceitedness, cockiness. I know it's not a good thing, right? But listening to Chad, I thought to myself, man, if he's crushing it, bro, I will beat his fucking ass. Like, I have to. There's just no way I can't. And so that's what did it for me, bro. Within 6 months, I was the top guy at that company. They gave me a team to run. Now I'm making overrides, you know, and that's when things really blew up for me. For the first time in my life, somebody in my family was making 6 figures, right? And I was doing it damn near part-time. Because, I mean, it was full time, but I wasn't on the phone all day, right? My setters had to find people with money, set me up. I closed the deal. I make money. Like, holy fuck, this is easy. See, I always thought my ability to speak was just to pick up chicks, bro. At least that's what I used it for in high school, you know? But once I realized, no, bro, this is a skill set you can actually use to make money. But I would have never known because I would have never gotten into sales if I didn't have to.
If you were legalized or whatever they call it when you're allowed here,
yeah,
you know, what do you think you would have done?
I probably would have done something that I always wanted to be an attorney again because of speaking. I like talking.
Well, you can make money as an attorney.
Nobody told me that, Brad. And that's why I want to be the one to tell the Latin community, not just the Latin community, the whole fucking community, but I do want to focus on my Latinos because, bro, you can make money by learning how to speak, communicate, persuade. You use it with ethics, but you can do this shit. You can actually make some fucking money. You don't have to work construction. You don't have to break your fucking back like my poor pops did, all to have nothing at the end, right? Like my dad had no fucking retirement.
And apparently you don't even need a social security card.
You do now, right? You do now, but not anymore because with what we're doing it remotely, right? I don't care where you are in the country. If you learn the skill set and you fucking master it and you show me that you have the mindset to not quit, like you say, then bro, I will give you a fucking opportunity. Why not? I don't lose money. I actually make money, right? You make money. We make money. Like, fuck yeah. I thought I was a genius when I came up with the idea, right? But it's like, it's really not. You know, you got guys like Mike Barron already doing it. You got you doing it. I'm like, man, there's actually.
I told him what I was going to do, not even realizing what he was doing. And he's like, dude, that's what I do. I'm like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah. So so it's just cool to me, right? Because I saw it like this, bro. Like when I hire somebody to come work at one of my coaching companies, I got to train them anyways, right? And I'm training them and then they either become badasses or they fucking quit. And I got to train somebody fucking new. So I'm like, nah, man, let's start the Salvaje Closer Academy, right? And it was born from the Salvaje Academy first, where we help people build mindset, get in shape, just become a bad motherfucker, right? Because unfortunately, most people walk around today fucking not feeling good about themselves. And that's a fucking shame.
Yeah, what's worse about it is they're not even aware that that's happening.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, a lot of them are walking around, they think it's the opposite.
Yeah.
But that's called arrogance. Not confidence.
Yeah. Arrogance, not confidence. So we just, we try to build people up, man, and show people that, look, anything is possible if you just, number one, believe, and number two, you put in the work to make it fucking happen. But we always start with faith, not faith in Jesus Christ and God, which is good also, right? But faith meaning believing you. You got to believe that it's possible. Because if you don't believe, bro, just forget about it. It's never going to fucking happen because you're telling yourself this story that it's not for me. It's not for me. That's for guys like Brad. It's for guys like Mike. It's for guys like John B. But it's not for a guy like me. And that's the bullshit story that most people tell themselves. And that's why it wasn't for me. It wasn't until I decided sitting in jail, fuck this, it is for me. The moment I get out of here, I'm going to do everything I can to just be a better person, become successful, provide for my kids, right? But unfortunately, God he gifted me, blessed me, and I got out of that situation. Bro, the very first day I got out of jail, I got high again. So I was just also telling myself a bullshit story like, oh, God, please help me get out of this one and I'll never do it again. God help me get out of it. And I did it again. But that's because I had no fucking guidance. I didn't have anybody. I had never seen somebody be successful in my entire life, bro. I didn't even know it was possible.
Except Chad.
That's why I'm saying, bro, all the shit that I went through was the blessing for me. I just didn't realize it. Right?
Yeah.
And so that's when sales changed my life, bro. Like sales literally changed my life.
Well, fitness too.
Well, fitness helped me build the confidence.
You should go by the web address, salesandfitness.com.
Sales fit sales.
No, sales and fitness.
Sales and fitness.
That's the answer.
Okay.
But I already own it, so.
Shit. We'll do a little rev share on that deal, bro.
Again, I own 100 domains. I see domains as like digital real estate.
Yeah. I heard you talk about
back before they started squatting, dude. Mm-hmm. I made a joke, but I didn't take any action because I was hearing about websites.
Yeah.
And I knew the internet was coming, and I was selling websites when businesses didn't have them. And I said, dude, in the future, you're going to have a website or no one's going to believe you're real. And they're like, shut up. Yeah, that's bullshit, but that was true. And I remember how you got a website. You went and you just put in what you wanted and bought it.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, I should just go buy like Ford.com and Chevy.com. And dude, at this time, they didn't have it.
Yeah.
And if I would have went and squatted on all these websites,
damn,
dude, I would have made a killing.
Hell yeah.
They sold like milk.com or some shit for millions.
What?
Yeah. Someone started squatting and pretty soon, but now I guess you can't squat if you don't own it because they'll like somehow stop you.
Oh, makes sense.
But I went and started buying domains a long time ago, and I still just pay the little minimal fee to keep them. And one of these days I'm thinking, man, that'll come in handy.
Yeah.
Like if you want, take out your phone. If you want to see what a successful motherfucker looks like, go to successfulmotherfucker.com.
You bought that shit?
I don't know. Go pull it up. If you want to see what a successful motherfucker looks like.
Oh, it must not be real if I don't pop up. Right?
And then because I train people, sales and sales tactics and shit.
Yeah.
I bought gethatmotherfuckeronthephone.com.
Ooh.
I've got sales and fitness. I got a bunch of them.
You got a shit ton of them.
Yeah. So if you want it, dude, I can figure out a way to get it for you.
Yeah. I mean,
what comes up with successfulmotherfucker.com.
Better be a picture of John B.
RegressForBradley.com.
Oh,
no.
Shit. There it is.
Bradley comes up.
I always sold funnels.com to Russell for.
Damn. Funnels.com, huh? Yeah.
So old John B said, dude, this is the ticket. Dude, again, it's a very similar story to mine. And I'll bet you if we bring in a lot of people that are successful in the sales industry or sales space, you're going to see a lot of people probably discovered it. I stumbled into it because I didn't like hard work,
right?
Hard labor.
Yeah.
So Someone told me something about manual labor, and I'm like, who's that? The president of Mexico? Manuel labor? I'm like, dude, yeah, like, dude, there's no way. And dude, there's a lot of hardworking dudes out there. And dude, there's nothing wrong with hard work. And if you like it, cool. It's not, I don't think they're below me, but at the end of the day, I don't believe that the dude busting his ass wants to. I think he doesn't know that, he can bust his ass in sales and make 10 times the money.
Yeah.
So it's like, why don't you just move to sales? And then what you're talking about is what happens. Oh, dude, I don't like sales. I don't want to pressure people and I don't want to lie. It's like, dude, who's telling you that that's what you got to do?
Yeah. Again, I don't even think they really think that, bro. I think what they really think is they're not going to be good at it and they're not going to make money, right?
Is that what you thought?
That's what I thought.
Why did you think that though?
I don't know, because nobody told me any different. That's why I'm here, bro, just to tell somebody fucking different. Because I wish somebody would have told me, hey, bro, I see the way you carry yourself. I see the way you speak. You can make money in sales. I wish somebody would have told me that.
Do you think only certain people can?
No, I think anybody can. And the reason, anybody who really, truly fucking wants it and is willing to go through the steps to get there, which isn't going to be easy. It isn't going to be over fucking night, right? But it is possible. And I can say that with certainty because my brothers had never done sales. And when I moved on from that company I started working at and I started my own, I didn't have no sales guys. So I brought my brothers on who had never sold anything in their fucking lives, but now they believe it's possible because they saw me do it, right? And now they're badasses, right? So that's when I realized, okay, I could turn other people into badass too. It's not just me, but they got to be willing to put in the work and be willing to do what it takes to make it happen. And like you say, bro, never quit. In fact, a lot of my videos, bro, I talk about that. And that's why when you were saying it in the conference room, I felt validated. Like, okay, Brad Lee thinks the same shit because I believe that is the number one reason why people don't succeed is that they give up too early. Right.
Well, the number one reason.
Yeah. Well, now that you said that, I agree with you, but I had never heard that before. Right. You want to tell them what it is?
Go ahead. It's yours now.
They never start.
Huh?
The number one reason is because they don't start.
Yeah. A lot of people don't make it because they don't ever start. The next one is they quit.
They quit, bro. They quit.
And it's limited, weak mindset. It's the self-image, the self-story. It's other negative influence of other people. That's called allodoxophobia. You get pressured. Then you hear, well, you got to change your environment. You got to get around people that believe. You got to get around people that think differently. And then you're like, yeah, but these guys are my high school buddies. And then you have to ask yourself a question. So you want to sacrifice your goals because your buddy in high school doesn't want to get rich. Yeah. Well, it's not easy to get rich, dude. I didn't graduate. Well, again, that's that bullshit story.
Exactly.
Anybody can get in sales. I believe 100%. Step one is to get in the position to receive commission. Agreed. Period. If you ain't in the position to receive commission, if you're listening to this right now and you ain't in the position to receive commission, that's step one.
Yep.
Well, what does that mean? Dude, you got to get in the position to receive commission. Does that mean you got to quit your job and risk your whole family's freaking security? No.
Not right away.
I can get a part-time job. Yep. I can start a side hustle, but I got to get in the position to receive commission. If I'm this camera dude, not that you guys aren't, but let's say my camera dude, if I were him, I wouldn't quit my camera job. Why? Well, dude, I need that money.
Yeah, make that.
And dude, I've been there. You got to trade time for money.
Yep.
And then when you start to get a little smarter, you realize, dude, I only have so much time, so I can only make so much money. So then what do? You trade money for time. Mm-hmm. Now you got more time, then you got more money, then you got more time because you're just trading time for money or money for time.
Exactly.
And the rich people, they're trading money for time.
Yep.
That's why the manual laborers, they're the ones digging the ditch.
Yeah.
People always think all you got to do is work hard, brother. Really?
No.
The hardest working people in the world are being paid by the richest.
Yeah.
Because if they were so rich, why would they be digging the ditch? They wouldn't.
Exactly.
Their time's worth more. So they'd just pay someone else to do it who hasn't figured out, dude, your time's worth just as much as mine. It's just I'm leveraging it better. That's right. So again, dude, you're on a good mission. All you got to do is get the word out.
That's all I need to do, bro. Because like you said, if hard work was the key, my dad would be a motherfucking billionaire, bro. Because there is not a hardest working man, bro. My pops, respect. This dude worked his fucking ass off.
Most do.
Yeah.
Most hard, especially Latinos,
Yeah.
dude. The Latinos, dude,
Yeah.
they fucking work, dude.
do, bro.
Especially like in landscaping. People always look at me like I'm being racist.
But,
Dude,
but you're not, bro.
Well, they'll hire you
Yeah.
without social security cards, so you come across legally. These guys want to get cheap labor.
Yeah.
But dude, that doesn't mean that they're not working hard. These some bitches
Oh,
are
they're
out there
fucking
digging the
grinding.
ditches. And I'm thinking to myself, and dude, there's a lot of freaking whites and Africans and all kinds of people that are willing
Yeah.
to work hard. But the Latinos, they're working hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for some reason in Mexico, they have what's called a siesta,
yeah.
where shit closes. You ever been down? You've been down to Mexico.
I've been down to Mexico.
You guys know what I'm talking about? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't give Mexico. They shut it down when I was down there. And then
did?
breakfast, I was trying to find breakfast, dude. There was no one open for breakfast. They don't eat breakfast, I guess.
They do, but it's got to be chilaquiles.
And by the way, I'm not talking about the resorts. Okay.
Yeah.
They're serving
Oh,
tourists.
you're out in the city. Like,
Yeah. I was out. Dude, there was no fucking breakfast joints open.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then the siesta, you telling me Mexico don't have siestas?
No, I never heard of it.
Well, is it really? And that's another thing I don't get. They speak Spanish. Mexicans speak Spanish, but they say Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's like, is that a list?
La nací. Yeah. It's just different.
There was a king that spoke this, but then they all started mimicking.
Oh shit! There was a king that spoke with the lisp. I never.
Yeah, there's a dude I know from Spain named Ignacio.
Ignacio.
Yeah, he says Ignacio. But the siestas, where they take a break, and I used to think, well, dude, why would you do that? Well, if you get wiser,
Yeah.
just like the dude chopping wood. You ever heard of that story? Two dudes start chopping wood. They're in a wood chopping contest, see him chop down the tree. And the one dude chopped for about 10 minutes and then took a break. The other dude's just freaking bang, 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 whacking the tree for like hours. The other dude come back, pick up the axe, start whacking. The dude that took all the breaks won. The guy comes over and he goes, dude, I don't understand, man. I don't know what's your technique. This crazy, dude. Like, how'd you do it? And he goes, do what? And he goes, well, how'd you just take all those breaks and you still won? And he said, oh, I wasn't taking a break, bro. He goes, well, what were you doing? He goes, I was sharpening my axe.
Damn.
So sometimes people think you got to work hard to make it, when in reality, dude,
You
you got to work smart.
Yeah.
And getting in a position to receive commission releases the limitations.
100%.
If I tell you, dude, you're getting $20 an hour, you can work harder than anybody else and you're still getting $20 an
It's still
hour.
20.
But if I say, dude, I'll give you a piece of the revenue you bring or close and you work hard now,
Yeah.
boom, there's
That's
no
how you
limit.
get ahead. Yeah, that's how you get ahead. And bro, that's why I 100% with certainty believe that people don't accept that, because they don't believe they're going to succeed. Because bro, otherwise it doesn't make sense, right? If I told you, hey bro, $20 an hour, you work your ass off, $20 an hour. Or hey bro, 20% rev share, you work your ass off, we're doing $1 million a month. Why the fuck wouldn't you take this opportunity, bro? That's $200,000 versus $20 an hour. Well, it's because I don't believe I'm going to get to $1 million a month, because I don't believe in my ability to do so. So that's what Salvaje is all about. Well, let's fucking get your belief system there first, because without the belief system, you're fucked, bro.
So when you say salvaje, what's that mean?
Salvaje translates into savage.
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 So it's Savage University.
It's Salvaje University. Yes, sir, bro. How do you become a savage in all areas of life? Because that's like, I believe my biggest blessing today is not even the money that I make, bro. It's where I'm at in my life today. I have a great relationship with my kids, right? I'm very, very happy. I'm very blessed. I look great. I'm in good health, right? I get to be here with Brad Lee dropping motherfucking bombs while my crew's still making me money. Like, bro, what the fuck? That's amazing to me. Right. And so that's what I want the world to realize, like, bro, you could become a salvaje too. You can win in life in your faith, your family, your fitness, your finances, and ultimately gain the freedom.
And you'll help them.
I will fuck.
How do people find you, bro?
They just hit me up on social media, man. Just hit me up on social media. I'm very active there. Like sometimes my kids get frustrated with me because I'm always responding, but I always tell them, bro, it's my fucking mission. I have to. This person took the time to reach out to me and ask me for help. I would be a fucking dick if I just said, fuck that guy, I'll respond later. No, I gotta respond to people, bro. And even if they can't invest with me, I don't do it for that, bro, because eventually their situation might change. But I always leave them with something good, right? Some type of positive message to let them know, like, bro, you can have it all, baby, right? No matter what the fuck you went through, no matter where you're at in life today, it doesn't have to be like that for the rest of your fucking life unless you choose it, right? Because all the excuses that people give, at least in the Hispanic community, I'm an illegal immigrant, I didn't finish high school, I've sold drugs, I've done drugs, I did all those fucking things.
Me too.
All of those fucking
That ain't a Latino thing.
Right. Right? That's a people thing, right?
Well, maybe it is because I'm also a bit Latino.
Yeah.
My grandmother's pure Spanish.
Oh, that, bro. Then you got that Spanish blood.
I wish she would have just kept talking to me in Spanish. I think my dad told her not to because maybe he didn't want me getting fucked with.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I just assume. But I remember her speaking Spanish like all the time. Da, 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 da. And I understood it too for a minute, but my dad said, nope, they're not speaking Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that hurt me.
It did.
I mean, if I could speak Spanish right now, bro,
oh, bro.
You'd be working with me.
Hell yeah.
I already would have rounded up every Latino in the country going, no. But we can run this shit.
I've been your right-hand man then, bro. Fuck it.
Well, because dude, the Latino community already sticks together.
They do.
So if they understand that and they find, you know, the sales game and the money game, they're all going to buy from each other.
They are.
Where that'll produce a lot of wealth. And by the way, dude, like a lot of people, you know, you think the dude over there, you know, mowing the lawn is the Latino. No, dude, you go to Mexico, there's some serious money in Mexico.
Yeah.
I used to sell art, dude, and Chavez would come fight and all these Mexicans would fly in and they'd be buying, like, the art I was selling was like $90,000 for a statue or a sculpture. They call it a statue. Dude, I'm like, where are you from? Mexico City. I'm like, God damn. I thought everybody was down there with freaking wagons and fucking, you know, begging for gum. No, dude, there's money.
No, there is money.
But here, dude, there's a lot of Latinos that are not united.
Yeah.
And someone needs to unite them. And if I could speak Spanish fluently, I wouldn't even speak English anymore.
Well, bro, that's what we're here to do, man. I want to unite. Not only do I want to unite, bro, but I want everybody to see that, hey, you don't have to be a Bradley, right? You don't have to be a Grant Cardone. You could be a Jesus de la Rosa, whatever the fuck, making millions online too.
Fact.
Right? You can do that.
And what's funny is, like, when people say, you know, you don't have to be a Grant Cardone, like, I look at it and I'm like, even if you're a Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
Even if you're a Bradley, you can make it.
Yeah.
See, it's just perspective.
Well, yeah, it is perspective.
Because to me, they look at, oh, I got to be like that. Well, dude, that's just, I mean, I'm flattered. Do you think that? But like, dude, even if you're like this, you can make it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Everybody can do it.
100%.
And I don't know how old are you?
I'm 38.
Yeah. See, like, dude, I got underwear older than you.
I knew you were going to say that, bro, because I've heard you say it before.
Yeah. Well, dude, I probably do. But,
you need to throw them fuckers away, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But still, dude, I like when people are young like that. I always think to myself, dude, when I was 38, I thought I knew everything. And then I didn't. And even though you might be killing it and you might be smart, like, I guarantee you, when you're 48, you're going to be smarter than you are today. Hopefully, because some people just keep living the same shit over and over and they don't get better. But I am not that guy. I keep learning every day. Yeah. And what I learned, and what a lot of people don't know, and again, maybe if you already know it, good, but if you don't, you can share it with your people. You already said the key word earlier with it, which is choose, right? It boils down to choice.
Yep.
And people are like, you can't choose to be rich. And see, like, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
And it boils down to a frequency. There is a frequency to everything. Just like when you get in the car, if I got country music on and you hate country music, you don't freak out and get all depressed and you just reach over and change the frequency. And all of a sudden, okay, cool. I like that music. Dude, that's the same with life. Yep. You just have to understand everything's a frequency and everything's an energy. It's a vibration. This is vibrating, even though it looks solid. Yeah. There's a vibration going on right here, right there. Everybody has a vibrational frequency and everybody has their own frequency. Well, if you understand that, let's pretend everybody agrees. Okay, so if we're all just energy, which is literally a truth, and the energy that you emit attracts the energy that you're emitting. Right. So you put out X and X will attract more X. Yep. So you wake up in the morning and you get some bad news. You're getting deported. And then you literally are sitting there pissed and depressed, and that's an energy. That's a frequency. Who chose to get you pissed?
I did.
See, most people, that's all they got to understand is like, dude, you're choosing your energy. Yep. Or you can look at it differently, which is just a perspective. It is. And you can choose to be happy that you're getting deported, or be happy that you got punched in the face, or be happy that you just, got divorced. It's all, well, how can you be happy if that? Again, I'm not saying you should be or could be. I'm saying it's a choice. It's just a choice. Yeah. So we have what's called free will. Yeah. Who gave us that?
The big man.
We have free will. We have the ability to choose. And that's the power. Most people don't understand when they say, man, you got to find your power. That is your power. Your power is to choose. It's not a Marvel comic superpower, but it is. Yeah. And most people are looking for this, secret. Like, dude, the secret is you get to choose.
You get to choose.
So why don't people wake up in the morning and just realize all I got to do is choose the right frequency? Yeah. And the frequency, if you guys hear people start saying this, again, they got it from me. I call it heavenly energy. Yeah. Because what would you imagine is in heaven? Just what kind of energy's up there?
Beautiful. Sunshine,
confidence,
joy,
security, kindness, generosity, all the good shit
up there. Yeah.
Then down here on earth, greed, envy, hate, anger, depression, confusion,
stress,
the opposite, right? So here, and we got to live here. We're not up there yet. But down here is earthly energy. Up here is heavenly energy. And you can choose. So just like you said, dude, if you can make $20 an hour or fucking $200,000, why would you choose? Because you don't believe. It's the same thing, dude. Why would you choose earthly energy when you can choose heavenly energy? Yeah. And you can choose it.
You can choose it.
So all you got to do is choose heavenly energy every day, all day. And remember, it's easier said than done because you have to remember this shit and you have to exercise the muscle. Yeah. But when you get bad news, something happens, something bad that would normally cause you to get pissed, get angry, get depressed. That's a choice you're making.
It is.
Because you get to choose how you respond. And that's the key.
It is 1,000,000%.
It's freaking crazy when you think about it. Cause it's like, damn, dude, I'm choosing to have a bad day.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And you're never going to get perfect at it.
If you ever say, hey, how you doing, man? And someone's like, oh, fuck, dude.
That's how they always say. Just living life, getting by.
Same old.
Yeah. It's typical responses.
Yeah. It makes me wonder, like, dude, do they realize that, like, they're choosing that?
They're choosing that shit. Yeah.
And why would you choose that?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to be rich? No. How come? My girlfriend cheated on me.
That's a stupid ass choice. But again, it's a choice.
It's because they don't know.
They don't know.
And that's why I like what you're doing because, dude, you're going to help a lot of people that just don't know.
They just need to be.
But now they do.
Now they do.
And if they don't, follow this cat, look him up. It's not if you're Latino, especially if you're Latino, because Espanol, you speak Spanish
fluently, bro. Fluently. That is one of the things I'm the most grateful for.
Do you say Ignacio or Ignacio?
I say Ignacio.
Do you say chupa mi huevos?
I say mamame la verga. I say more aggressively, more vulgar.
Do you say lame les mecos de mi verga?
No, I say, trágate todos mis mecos.
You say, ¿tú tienes un poquito verga?
No, yo digo, yo tengo una pinche vergotota, cabrón.
I don't even know what you're saying, but I know what I'm saying. But anyway, guys, listen, you can go follow him. We're on social media.
I'm on Instagram, Real Jon Briseno, RealJonBriseno.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a website.
I do. It's closersalvaje.com.
How do you spell salvaje?
It's SALVAJE. That's why it's easier,
That's
bro.
authentic right there.
Yeah. Salvaje. But, just hit me up on social media because we got, options for whatever level you're starting at, man. Doesn't matter if you are in a position to
You got a free level?
We do got a free level.
Good. I was hoping you'd say that because if not, I was going to teach you another thing.
We do have
You already
free
figured that out.
Yeah, nah, bro. I mean, look, at the end of the day, bro, like, do I want to keep getting wealthier? Fuck yeah. Who doesn't? But there's just something about when I get the messages that's like, bro, I watched one of your videos and you changed my life. Like, that shit means more to me than anybody can ever even fucking imagine, because it justifies all the bullshit that I went through to get to where I am today. And also because, like, bro, I know what it's like to have somebody make such a huge impact in your life because, bro, I was at your first event here, Real Success. And I remember you said something there where you did the swipe up, like you weren't even planning on having the event, you said. You just did it to prove a point that you could fucking make money on social media. Right? And I was like, damn, I paid this motherfucker 5 G's and he wasn't even fucking planning on doing this event. It was to prove a motherfucking point. Oh, hell no, bro, But then I got the chance to speak with you, bro, and then you made it very, very clear how important it was to build a personal brand in today's world. And I always knew I could do it. Just for whatever reason, I never did it because I never had the need to. Because I learned how to generate leads, purchase leads. I knew how to make money outside of social media. So I felt like I didn't need to. And bro, am I so fucking glad I listened to you, because I make more impact today. Back then, I was just making money. Right? I could afford to pay somebody like you 5 G's to educate me and coach me. Now, not only am I making way more fucking money, but I'm impacting people, bro.
Well, that's what it's really all about.
It is.
And that's another thing, which is crazy that people don't realize. Stop selling people shit if you're against sales and just start helping people.
Yeah.
If you're such a great guy, you don't want to hurt nobody. How about just go help some people? And guess what that is? Selling.
Yeah.
You're selling people. Yeah. But again, people's perspective is that's bad. Well, then I say, shift your perspective. Just start helping people. You want to help people? They're like, yeah, we'll help them out of their problem. Help them find the solution. And pretty soon you're like, well, this is sales. Well, no shit.
Yep.
Right? That's all selling is. Selling is helping people solve problems.
Yep.
And dude, if you want to make $1 million, solve 1 million problems.
Yep.
Or one big one.
One big one.
And dude, you're solving a serious problem for people, because if they don't listen to this and act, because that's why they got to start.
Right.
But if they're listening to this and they're like, dude, I like this guy, man. I'm in that position, man. If he can do it, maybe I can do it. But you don't start, nothing happens. But if they just take a move and just start looking, what happens is you start to see a little bit more.
Yep.
And then a little bit more. You ever heard the dude that said, he's in a bunch of fog and, there's a cliff somewhere and it's like, I don't want to walk because I can't see. It's foggy and I might fall off the cliff. So he just sat there and then, but he had to get somewhere or something was going to happen. So the dude, he said, hey, I can't because of this cliff. There's a cliff out there somewhere and I can't see it. And if I can't see it, I'm going to fall off and die. So I'm just going to stay here because I know I'm safe.
Yeah.
And the guy said, can you see a foot in front of you? He said, yeah. He goes, well, then take a step. So he walked a step and he goes, can you see a foot in front of you? Yeah. Take another step.
Yeah.
And then he got where he was going, one step at a time. If you can't see the whole thing, dude, can you see this much?
That's all that matters.
Have you heard enough to make a decision?
Yeah.
So, folks, go follow Jon Briseno.
Yes, sir. Briseno.
Briseno.
Jonathan Alexis Briseno Torres.
Briseno.
A servirle, jefe.
I always told somebody if I would have been born Mexican and I could choose my name, it would be Rogelio.
Rogelio.
Just because that's like authentic.
Yeah.
Rogelio.
See, I don't even know how the fuck my mom came up with Jonathan, bro. Like, that's not very fucking Mexican, but hey, I'll take it.
Well, Rogelio is more
Rogelio.
authentic.
Yeah.
Who are other people in your path that you kind of saw and went, dude, if he can do it, I can do it?
Man, well, number one, bro, there's been quite a few now, because once I discovered you, actually how I discovered you, bro, was at one of the Grant Cardone's events.
Yeah.
I saw Grant Cardone.
Well, again, you know, when I met him, it was Cant Cardone.
Cant Cardone.
But I, you know, gave him a little confidence and
No, he Grant.
told him to, you know, quit believing that he can't and just start doing it. And he became Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Grant, again, dude, with me, that whole thing is, you know, Grant was already training people.
Yeah.
But when I, you know, convinced him to do this,
Yeah.
you know, he had the same limited belief. He was like, dude, if I do this, man, people won't come to my events. And I'm like, no, dude, they'll actually more.
Go more. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you believe me. And so again, Grant has helped a lot of people, but yet you hear people say he's full of shit. He's scamming.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, listen, don't listen to people. Get out there, take action, just get started, and then don't quit. If you get started and you need to pivot. If you found out something you didn't know before and it's like, oh, I don't like this, and you quit, no problem.
Yep.
You can quit, but you're not going to succeed at whatever you were going to. Just pivot. Don't quit.
Yep.
And that's the key too.
That's the key.
Pivot, make adjustments.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you, bro. And I'm 100% in alliance with all that, because I'm a proven product of that, of just not quitting. And I know they say ego's not a good thing, but bro, ego saved my life, bro.
You're evidence.
Yeah, I'm evidence of it. Yeah.
And I always say ego is not your amigo.
But see, and I agree with you, but ego is number one reason I didn't quit. I didn't want people to point their finger at me and say, I knew that motherfucker wouldn't make it. So that kept me going in the beginning, bro. Is I didn't want people to say, I knew it. I knew Jon B was a fucking failure. So I just kept going. And then what happens, bro, is all of a sudden it's like a snowball effect.
I don't know if that's ego. That's more competitiveness,
Bro. But you know,
because to me, ego is developed to like protect your feelings.
Yeah.
So like I always say ego is not your amigo, because like it's a lie. Like if you can literally just get rid of all your ego, they'd call you.
Okay.
But again, it just depends on how you define ego.
See, yeah.
You're the way you said it, I would agree that ego is good, because if that kept you going, ego is a good thing because it kept you going. But I see that as like competitiveness. I see ego as like, it's a shield to protect me from the truth. And the truth is I'm fucking weak. The truth is I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
And so I go, the fuck you mean I don't know what I'm doing? Dude, I'm telling, you know, when you're talking to people, especially if you're doing the job offer.
Yeah.
Like you just said, basically, if anybody wants the job, you'll give them a job.
100%.
They got to train, but you'll hire them.
Yes.
So again, now what's stopping people? Let's go. He just said he'll give you the damn job. Well, when I say something to somebody, they go, dude, I don't need training. I'm the best there fucking is. What are you talking about? And I go, really? How much you make last year? And they go, fucking 90K. And I said, no, year.
Not last week, bro.
Yeah. They said, no, they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you made 90K, bro. And you think you're a top-notch salesperson?
Wow.
I said, then what are you selling? Are you part-time? What are you doing? What are you talking about, bro? I'm third on the list. I'm like, see, that's another fucking problem. You're third on the list. So there's more, but you can't seem to figure out how to get it. Why don't you train? And I'll bet you're number one on the list, bitch. They didn't get it because that's ego.
That's ego. Yeah. Well, when you describe it like that, then fuck that. You're right.
And plus it rhymes with amigo.
Amigo. It does.
Yeah. And it sounds good.
But no, I agree with you, man. And
people are going to be saying, dude, what does this guy think he's famous? Why ain't he taking his shades off?
You know what, bro? Is because one thing that I am a little self-conscious about is I'm starting to get little wrinkles around my eyes, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Number one, there's Botox, first of all. Number two, dude, age is a fucking badge, right? It's an achievement.
See, I agree with you. But like, for example, I just had a son graduate, bro. He's fucking turning 19.
I know, but let me ask you this, okay? Because this is another perspective most people don't understand. You see an old man and you're like, damn, I don't want to look like that.
Yeah.
But do you? Yes, I do. Yes, you do. Just you're not looking at it right. Let's pretend you're going to die next week.
Nah, then I definitely want to look like that.
You fucking want to look like that. You definitely want to get old. You definitely want to get wrinkled. And you are, dude. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it because I'm old.
And plus, I do look cooler with the shades. My cameraman told me. So, see, Tato, I shouldn't have fucking listened to you. Now on national, dropping bombs. Tato la cagó, bro.
No, dude. All I was saying is people are going to talk shit because you had your glasses on. Because I've done it, and people talk shit like, "What are you guys doing?" And I say, because I think I looked cool with my glasses on. Yeah. That's why I had them on. But it's because I'm worried about what everybody thinks. That's why. Okay. And now, why am I worried about what everybody else thinks? Well, because I seek validation from everybody else.
Yeah.
But dude, if you validate yourself, you don't need everybody's validation.
I don't.
So when someone goes, "Why are you wearing your glasses?" I always look at them and say,
"I fucking want to, bro."
Well, number one, because they look cool as a motherfucker. And then number two, why are you even saying anything about my glasses? 9 times out of 10, it's because they're thinking, God damn, I wish I had the balls to wear my glasses like that. Because, dude, I am human. And, you know, I do look cool in glasses too. But when I walk into a mall and shit and I fucking walking around with my glasses, my wife always goes and just gives me that look. And I'm like, why? Because everyone's going to think I'm a fucking douche. Well, dude, that is a fucking story I'm telling myself. Because some people walk by and they're like, fuck, who's that, dude?
Yeah, well, see,
motherfucker looks cool.
Yeah, you say it like that, then finally put these motherfuckers back on, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
When you first walked in, I was like, you know, Bradley's like 55, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well, you will, dude, especially with the medicine and the shit that's going on. I'll bet you there's people alive right now that are going to look good at 100.
Fuck.
You know, right now, dude, go back and look at like 40-year-old women.
Yeah.
With the 40-year-old woman hairstyle and the 40-year-old clothes, and they look like, you know, damn, they look old. Now look at a 40-year-old woman, dude.
Yeah.
Like Jennifer Lopez is like 50 or something.
She's 50, bro.
Yeah, I never would have thought 50-year-old woman was hot.
Good. Yeah.
But maybe it's because I'm older now. Because I used to think my age, motherfucking old. Well, but now I don't feel old. And I am starting to look old, dude. I'm starting to get the wrinkles, the gray.
Yeah.
People are like, why don't you dye that? I'm like, fuck you, dude.
It's a badge of honor.
That's right. Yeah. That's a badge right there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to age. I wish I looked young and great forever. But dude, that's not real.
Yeah.
So get some Botox and get some hair dye and fuck.
Man, you know what? That's why I stay in the gym for that reason. Plus, it makes me feel good. It helps with my stress and my anxiety. So I stay in there, bro. And plenty of people tell me I don't look 38. I'm grateful for that. But yeah, it is what it is, bro. At the end of the day, man, like, fuck all that.
All right, how's the Bomb Squad help you?
The Bomb Squad can help me by helping themselves, bro. Just help you. Take action. Oh, yeah, we got a war going on, baby. Yeah, just help themselves, bro. Hit me up. DM me bombs, and I got something special for you.
Hit them in the DMs, guys. Until next time, keep it real.